Evening, James. Evening, James. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Minute and a half. I was going to type there, but what's the point? Might as well say hello, hello. Should have some music on, actually. I forgot the music. It's been a while. I'm still recovering from a jab. Hope you're doing well, though, kid. Congratulations on the race results recently. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thursday night ACR League Night. Of course, usually I'm racing and taking part in the race before this, but my racing career is on hiatus while we do a bit of this old commentary malarkey. So, welcome back. I know the guys in the league have been choking to see this back on their Twitch streams, so hope the anticipation is worth it. It is, of course, the ACR Earth World Tour, I believe it's called. It's the Thursday Night League. Oh, we've just had another driver pop in as well. We've got an unbelievable lineup. It is week 4. We've already had 3 unbelievably close races so far. 3 separate winners as well. Imola, Mazzano and Bathurst. Yes, was last week. This week, of course, it is my beloved. That's right. It's Barcelona! Indeed, indeed. There's Guido Rubber. 1 minute 46.1. Very quick indeed. Not as quick as the onboard lap that I have queued up, so I'm expecting, boom, someone to go very much quicker indeed. There's Mario with a 45.0. Of course, as some of you know, we do indeed have access to all the cameras now, which means I need to do that. There we go. Maybe everything in place. And yeah, we get to see all the cameras that they get on the console. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. Looking as beautiful as ever. I will be joined at one point this evening by the man from Down Under, Kane, of course. My ever faithful. Oh, there he is there. He is here. How we doing, Kane? Good evening, good evening. Or sorry, good morning, good morning. How are you?
So, we have joined and cannot wait for this console race, John. We're back on console.
Indeed, back on our old haunting ground, Kane. Some of the names are familiar to us from on the track, not many of them, but the most of them are, of course, very familiar to us from commentating last season. The top 5 names, and one other name, definitely worth a mention, but those top 5 names are definitely well known to us in commentary terms at least. They are some quick-ass drivers.
Yes, some very fast drivers up the top there. And a quick little glance at the leaderboard, John, shows quite a distinct gap between those top 5 and the rest of the pack. But that's not just a count. Yeah, that's not just.
Jesus. 44.4 he's just done, Kane.
Here we are, John. Here we are. We're back. We're back. And 44 and a halves. Mario is still very, very, very fast, we see, in that Lamborghini. 45.475. That is going to be one hell of a time to beat tonight, John.
Beast mode, Kane.
That's what we're calling it now. Just stopped himself on the exit there and returned himself to the pits. Very, very happy with himself there, Mario. He's going to sit there and watch the rest of the field struggle to catch that time.
Yeah, he is. And a man that's going to put up a charge. Leon is going to cross the line. Nope. No, so 45.4. 4 tenths quicker than I've ever been in my life, and he's still not in there. Let's go, boys. G'day, Racing. How are ya? How all doing in the chat? Say hello, say hello. It's not filling up like it used to. The chat, the channel has been quiet for a while. Yeah, been busy boy. A few personal things going on, but we are back. Qualifying's done. The new spectator mode is good. It's great. You can see all the different cameras, but it does restrict you moving between the drivers and seeing what's actually going on. Lightning AK then in 4th at the moment. Bellucci, the man in 2nd place in the championship, currently in 5th. So he'll definitely be looking to improve that. Kauko and Marco Vu, they've got those notifications turned up way too loud. We are back, baby. Yes, we are, Ken. Please remind me to turn those notifications down. I just absolutely shit myself, brother. But thank you for that.
We are achieving what we need to for you.
Thanks very much.
If I can rattle John from 5:30 in my morning, I'm doing well.
Yes, indeed you are. Indeed you are. Yeah, give me a flag there. Give me a flag. Racing. Gaderi said, good to have you both back, Raven and Kane. Yes, it's good to be back, mate. It's good to be back. We're going to be back in a big way. Now that we own ACC PC servers and all the console stuff that's coming up, yes, we're going to be very busy little bunnies. So, yeah, I hope you've got your viewing eyes on.
Hearing these two voices screaming at you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Jixer's in.
There we
James
go.
Lee's
Just
in.
ladies.
G'day Racing. Again, hello. Checking out the very pretty pink colours of SOP Leon Sealy there, John. Didn't manage to crawl any more time back, but we'll still be starting from the front of the grid there, so good display from signing with the SOP team. Enjoying those liveries, they always get some beautiful liveries out.
Yes, indeed they do. Let me just see if I can. Yeah, I can. There we go. Just while I quickly see what's happening here, because it's doing some strange things. Oh no, so that's disappeared now. Ah, did anybody get the quality result? Oh, wait a minute, I can get it. Yeah, I'll get it after it started. There's a quick onboard lap of me hiding. Jimothy! Another one, sending me absolute shitters. With the notifications. Thank you for that, Jimothy. I hope that appeared on the screen. No, it never, because it entered me. Ah, sorry, that didn't even appear on the screen. We're using. Oh, somebody's not. Oh, wow. Cheese Monkey and Lucci, 5th and 9th, have not hit drive, Kane.
Huge news at the start of the grid.
5th and 9th,
place,
yeah.
John.
Yeah, that's
You guys
savage.
head off on their formation lap now. That's
Oh, I can't move.
uphill battle these two are facing.
Oh, I'm going to need to log back in. Right, I can't move. Yep. Okay, Kane, keep an eye on the action, please. There is a new spectator mode. For anyone that doesn't know, it's been updated. Be careful what you wish for. We wished for the cameras. How can I still hear? Ah, I'm listening to 2 games. Wow, John, you are so stupid sometimes. So basically, they've updated the spectator mode.
Don't answer.
They've updated spectator mode and given us more access to more cameras, but they've made it more awkward to get between the drivers and to ignore cheeky co-commentators. So, look at that, peace and quiet. Oh wow, I'm so clever. So clever. Yeah, so we can stop watching my lap because that was only 1 minute 45. I was actually quite proud of that until Mario did a 1:44. Let me just get you back on board with the live screen. We're going to watch the start of the race. How are we going to watch the start of the race, Ken? Why in the qualifying result come up yet? Well, we watch it from aerial cam with Sir Psycho.
This, yes, that sounds great. I'm just on board with Leon.
Well, I'm back in. So we've got Mario in first, Leon in second, and Sir Psycho in third.
Here, John. I'm going to ask the most professional question. I've got to sign back out too because this is locked to me as well.
I think you might be okay once the race starts.
Alrighty.
So once the race starts, yeah, you might be okay, and if you're not, then we'll find out the hard way. We can cope with that.
Mario's just chucking a little bit of gravel on those tyres for some unknown reasons, but getting a little bit loose on this formation lap, Mario at the front there.
Yeah, he is. Just having a quick through. Of course, as well with the cameras, we this your lap, John? Yeah, James, that was my lap. Please don't laugh. 1 minute 45.8. It was not bad. It was not bad. I can go quicker. We can only cycle through the cameras, but what we'll do is we'll make the best of the situation we have been presenting. Let's get a nice aerial camera. We should get a good shot from there of what's going on, and that is the wrong frame for that. That's the other thing. To change the camera size, let me just reframe it. There you go. Look at that. Anyway, you think I've done this before. Give me a prediction for who you think is going to win the race. We've had 3 race winners in 3 races so far. Race number 4, will we see a 4th race winner, or will we see one of the original 3, being Mario, Sir Psycho or Leon Seeley, winning today's race?
Well, with those 3 names just mentioned, John, all the way up the front of the ladder, pretty much throw the names into a hat and pick one out. The guys all get a good start here and clean start. Can't take your money off Mario on pure pace alone, but they're off, John. Take it away.
Yes, they are indeed. They are off, and I'll tell you what, it's all kinds of pressure from Leon. Look at that, Leon straight into the slipstream. Sir Psycho holding his line, but moving in from the Ferrari in the background. Leon moves out with the slipstream, runs wide, looking for a much better line, and he's going to go round the outside. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's got a lot more pace here because he's taken the lead of the race then in turn 1. Leon Seeley. Oh, and Mario has a bit of wiggle. So does Sir Psycho then. Lightning AKA is going to get a great run on him, and Guido Rubber is going to be the man left behind if he doesn't get his finger out here. So if we'll have a look from the rear spoiler then. Got to cycle the button. There we go. We can see how close they're getting in the background then. Lightning AKA with Guido Rubber all over the background. There's Gunnar Robin Cow in the background as well. And Marco Vu, who's having a great season so far in 7th, currently in 8th. He'll be looking to improve that in position as much as possible. Another quick look from Helicam then. We can see that Leon is comfortably in the lead. And we say comfortably, this is the Pro League. A 6-yard gap like that is definitely comfortable. Sir Psycho then cruising there in 3rd. The man with the pit stop plan in a new car. No longer in the Datsun Sunny. He's McLaren 720S up to the hilt, and it looks like he is making the most of that this season. 16th last week, very disappointingly, but it was Bathurst. Other than the Bathurst anomaly, he has been on the podium twice this season, and other than Mario, the only man to do so. Luce as well has been on the podium twice this season, so he'll be one to watch as well. Guido Rubber in the background making moves. Oh, and I tell you what, I'm scared to. So what we'll have to do here is return to garage, confirm, and we can have a look at Guido Rubber then. He looks like he's getting in all kinds positions here in the back of Lightning AKA. He's having some fun there. Original Civvy is another man having some fun in the post.
Yes. Pit stop, John. Gunnar Rob coming in for that quick pit stop. So
yeah, there's a plan.
Possibly it's possibly a tactic that he has taken out through the opening rounds, but yeah, very quick, very early first lap pit stop for Gunnar Rob, getting out of that carnage in the middle of the pack there, and he's going to be coming out into some fresh air all by himself.
Yeah, he is, and he'll be able to finish off. It is, of course, a mandatory pit stop the drivers have. It is a technical pit stop, as we see Albi in the Lamborghini. That is very technical there indeed, right up the inside. Lamborghini on... Is that Albi? It is Albi. So it's Albi on Marco Vu. So yeah, Marco is holding on to 8th there. Albi has just cruised his way through. Very quick. Albi only joined the series last week. Finished in 3rd place. Kane in 7th at the moment. So not the qualifying result he would have been hoping for, but certainly making moves through the field now up to 7th. And guys in the chat saying very, very clean start indeed. And yeah, very clean start so far.
Yeah, absolutely, John. If my screen isn't mistaking me, Albie's actually started from down in 15th, I believe. So
Wow.
massive, massive moves in the opening 2 laps of this race. To say hello and a good morning, good evening to Johnny Visit there. Johnny Visit and James
Yeah.
jumping in the chat. Good to see, lads. Who have you got your bets on today? Some
Peter
very, very
Bob,
fast
Rooster.
drivers here still on console. Much of you guys. No Astons out there. Sorry, James. No Astons. You are right.
Who's that we've got then? I'm just watching, yeah, Lightning AKA, new name to myself. Certainly, look at that. There we go, he's certainly got the line into turn 1 all sorted out. You should be paying attention here, Kane. We'll get you in the 1 minute 48s eventually. As we jump on the rear spoiler at AKA. You cut me deep, Shrek.
Just grab that knife out.
Will you be able to reach it all the way in the back?
I won't. No,
No.
not at this time in the morning.
Oh, I've made that fatal mistake. Ah, right, okay, quick, John, quick, right. Ah, no, you have to push drive, and then you have to change the camera. There we go. Yeah, Guido Rubber looks like he's going to make a move. We've got the right framing for it. Yeah, so jumping between the cars is a bit awkward, and it's hard to keep up with what's going on where. But it looks like Guido Rubber, I think he maybe does have the makings of Lightning AKA here. He is closing the gap. I reckon the top 3 will stay the same until the end. Ooh, Johnny Bizzett then. So you reckon Seeley, Mario and Psycho will be the 3 podium sitters. I think that is a fair shout. Will they be in the same order though? Ooh, Johnny Bizzett laying his cards on the table. Who is... Oh, I tell you what then. I did think that Guido had a bit of pace on the McLaren, and it looks like that has unnerved the McLaren, and Guido was piling a bit more pressure on the nerves with the lights flashing away furiously. Perhaps not the safest of rejoins, the heat of the battle aside. Don't think that one will go down too well with the stewards, should it be looked at. I tell you what, in the background then, Cow. Oh, Guido then, he knows what he's doing. He's making my life difficult. I'm only kidding, Guido. He's coming in to get his pit stop. He don't want none of this. Oh, and there's a Ferrari coming in. Cow's coming in as well, which means Albie, I was about to say, Albie's all over the back of Cow. He looks like he's going to make another position, and Cow's thought to himself, I'm out of here. He has gone in to take, he or she, sorry, has gone in to take their mandatory pit stop. Nice and early doors. 39 minutes still to go. So only 6 minutes have been on the track. 3 laps in. Albie is up to 5th. Of course, he still does have to take his pit stop. But that's now 4 drivers taking their pit stops, Kane. To me, that's an interesting one. Although traffic, I suppose a lot of it was traffic aided, sort of decided on by the traffic around them. But yeah, an interesting strategy from some of the drivers. Not something we usually see in these races.
No, but I think you hit the nail right on the head, John. That traffic towards that middle to the end pack maybe causing a few too many problems for some of those quicker drivers stuck amongst it. As we see Guido's back out on track now, and he is the lead car that has pitted. Albie, again, making so much time up in that Lamborghini already. He's going to be all over the back of Lightning, aka in no time, really.
Yeah, he really is.
Chiming in, plenty of Audis. Got 3 Audis in the field tonight, Johnny, correct?
Yeah, good mix of cars actually. A bigger mix of cars than we've seen in the ACR League. 2 McLarens on display. We have 2 Lamborghinis, 3 Audis, 2 Mercedes, no Astons unfortunately, 4 Ferraris. So there is obviously a lot of common sense in this league. There are Bentleys in this league as well. They're just not on display this evening. Fair and Chaz, of course.
Fair and Chaz.
Yeah, when is he not in a Bentley?
Fair and Chaz does love the boat.
Does love the boat. I'm leaving that joke there because I don't think he'd understand the Scottish accent. He loves the bobet. Not as quick as that number 5 car from last season. The number 5 car from last season. Who was that? Was that you, James? Yeah, that number 5 is like an extra turbo. What am I missing out here, chaps? What am I missing?
I believe the number 5 can be read in Jay Bizett's name, John. That would be Johnny's Audi number 5.
Got you. So yeah, paying homage to Johnny last year. Nah, number 5.
So as we expected,
so it wasn't that
John,
quick then.
Albie all over the back of Lightning. He's going to pull up right next to him and go side by side here. Lightning's going to be forced wide. Come back very well to avoid any touches there. And Albie's going to have that move done. And off into the distance again. So 4th place for Albie after starting. I hope I haven't got this wrong, John. I'm pretty sure I got the screenshot right. 15th position. So massive moves from Albie in these opening 4 laps.
Yeah, he really is on an absolute charge. I did say to you that we were mentioning, let's see, is that the right frame for that? Is the right frame for that. He is outside the top 5. The top 5 of the championship currently have a 60-point gap. 55-point gap, sorry, over the rest of the field. To be fair, there is a 53-point gap between 5th and 1st. Albie, though, he is down in 11th position. He's only raced in 1 race, finished in 3rd. Ooh, Mario's in the pits. There we go, so it is all early door pit stops then. Mario has come into pits. They're Psycho, usually the pit maestro. So if he's not coming to the pits yet, then I'm going to say the rest of the field have got it wrong, just because he's still out on track. That's simple. He is that good. Pit stop strategy, so yeah, it'll be an interesting one to see if that gains him any places. But Mario, the man that qualified in pole position, in fact, do we have the times for that yet? No. Why is no lap time being recorded? You worked last week, you absolute lying game. Yeah, so Mario's at... Oh! Kane! There's a little red symbol beside the championship leader's name. Do you see that?
Massive SG30, yes, John.
That...
Mario.
Yeah, sorry, on you go, Kane. That's a sore one.
Yeah, that is going to be a sore one. Mario's come in, got that pit stop, tried to get it done nice and early. Hasn't completed that in the correct fashion, and he's picked himself up a stop-go penalty of 30 seconds. So that'll be a speeding in pit lane, John. Am I correct?
Yes. Speeding in the pit lane.
Jigsaw with the timing. That's beautiful. That is unfortunate.
That is unfortunate indeed. And James Lee, with some unfortunate wording as well, also gives you the power to take an innocent 15-year-old at Paul Ricard. That does sound unfortunate. Sorry, I couldn't leave
I'm
that
not
one
touching
alone.
that one.
Yes, indeed. Oh, where's the virtual mirror gone? Why is it gone now? We're on board with Luce then. He's 2nd in the championship, Kane. He's finished 2nd, 3rd and 6th. The 6th at Bathurst. In fact, Mario, tell you what, wow. If Mario doesn't finish on the podium today, it'll be the first time he hasn't finished on the podium in about 9 races. That's something crazy.
Very consistent.
It's unbelievable. I think the only time he didn't finish in the top 10 last season was when it rained. On the podium last season. It's unbelievable.
He's definitely going to have his work cut out for him as he comes in to clear that stop-go penalty now, John. So I'm going to see where he comes out. He's going to come out well behind the last pits. Last of the drivers who have made that pit stop so far. So it's only going to have about 30 minutes left to do it. It's going to be a long time to catch.
Yeah, Luce's got the move done then. As we can see now, tucked under his rear spoiler is Jack Nodless in 9th place. Hopefully someone did manage to get the qualifying results. That's really bothered me. I didn't manage to get a hold of that. Jim, thank you for subscribing, by the way. Kane subscribed as well. Thank you everybody that's tuning in. I know we've been away for a while, but we are back. Told you, did Arnold not say he'd be back? Well, back. I don't know how to say it as Arnold. It's been one of the only things I don't know how to say as Arnold. But it is week 4. Ooh, there we go. Luce giving it a bit of sideways action there, coming along my beloved Barcelona. Let's see how the rest of the field are getting on. Leon Seeley is still the man, off in the lead with a nice 3-second lead. That is definitely going to be maintained because the man who was challenging him was Mario, who's now just coming out the pits for the 2nd time. This, of course, to complete his stop-go penalty, and that is the race leader. How ironic is that, Kane? He's come back out in position, only he's a lap down. That has got to be painful.
Very painful as he sees the 2 cars he needs to overtake to remain in the championship lead. Yeah, but like you said, John, he's going to be that whole lap down and facing blue flags in a very, very fast car. So it's going to be very interesting to see the end of this race. 30 minutes left, John. We've only just started.
Yeah, exactly. We've only just started. I love the way these races pan out sometimes. But that is a very interesting situation because Mario will now find himself being blue flagged to let Sir Psycho past him. And that is quite simply the way of it. And with Mario on outlap tyres, I mean, it's not just that. He's now given Sir Psycho slipstream to catch back up to Leon, for goodness sake. This is not the position the championship leader wants to be in. It is a comfortable lead. He's got 43 points. Is the gap back to Luce, who is in 8th at the moment. He is on a charge. We are going to jump on board with Luce as well, actually, because we can see he's got this little group just in behind him as well. Jack Norlis and Cheese Monkey getting themselves involved with Fernchaz. Oh, so Fernchaz. Oh, sorry, Fernchaz. I didn't realise you were here this week. How did I miss Fernchaz in the boat? Oh, the Mercedes of Jack Norlis. Oh, he had a little think on that one. Cheese Monkey definitely having a think on it too. It's going to be a bit of a procession here. Luce, a man who has seen himself on the podium, is down in 8th. He's entrenched in a battle here. Fernchaz, a man that can definitely defend, and he is in a car the size of the Titanic, so it's going to be very difficult to get past around at this course, especially with the straight line speed that the Bentley has to offer. Four of them then to start lap 9. Well, here they come out the last corner. Oh, Original City then, he comes into the pits as well. So a few drivers taking an early pit strategy. The rest of them seem to be going for the halfway mark as we get 15 minutes in. 6 drivers have taken their pit stops, of course. Mario's been in the pits twice, poor chap. Definitely not the race he would have envisaged as the championship leader. He is slightly protected at the moment, of course. Leon is almost 50 points behind. It is 50 points for a win in this race, but Mario, you would think, is still going to finish someplace close to, if not just inside the top 10, you would have to guess, given the extra pace he was showing in qualifying with that ridiculous 144.4. Just stupidly quick time. How does he even, oh, tell you what, never mind, Ken, I'm going to ask you a question and cut you off again, because Luce is eyeing up that Bentley. I did think it would be quite difficult for him to get past Kane. Would you? Well, I'll tell you what, Kane, give me your thoughts. Where is the best place for the Ferrari to get past the Bentley? Oh, where's the best place for the Ferrari to get past the Bentley while defending against the 2 Mercedes, because he's just slid his arse out?
Yeah, it could be all sorts of trouble here, but the thought was that was going to be the spot in the back section of this lap. Luce did. Yeah, it was all over the back of Fernchaz there for a while, John. Cheese Monkey and Jack Nautilus behind. They've been battling it out. Cheese Monkey getting the move done just very recently as well. So he's going to be wanting to join all the way back up there. We know he's got quite some pace in that Mercedes. So Cheese Monkey, one to watch for sure here. But Luce looks like he's got that Ferrari back on track now, and he's going to be chasing down Fernchaz again. But like we've said, John, Fernchaz no easy car to pass at all. So he's going to be making that Bentley as wide as possible to keep Luce behind him for as long as possible as well. Don't forget, these guys got to make their pit stops too, John. So a couple of seconds there in a pit stop lost can be a gain for the competitive drivers all around you. Yeah, very interesting still, not even halfway through the race. Pit stops left. More than half the field, John, so top 9 still to pit. And Leon Seeley just maintaining that 2-second gap at the front.
Yeah, so he is looking pretty comfortable there, as you say, with that 2-second gap. Fernchaz definitely not comfortable. The cork in the bottle at the moment. And that's a whole lot of horsepower that's chasing him down, it has to be said. As we can see in the rear view mirror. See just how much camber. Oh, I tell you what, you're throwing your car far too. Yeah, Luce, come on, you can save yourself about 4/10 of a second round there, bud. Definitely throwing that in. Wow, he brakes really late there as well. There you go, look at me, the master, because I think I can get under 140s. 146s, sorry. We're coming to sector 3. Oh, Katz is a bit much curved, so he really is finding it difficult to find the killer move after applying so much pressure then. And as we can see, he's got that Mercedes now very close. Oh, and there's the mistake by Fernandez. This one's going to be fun. Oh, they leave on another round. Fernandez goes right in front. Oh, I tell you what, the Ferrari. Wow. Now
Lucci
there
backing straight out of that, John. Pulling straight into the pits, not wanting any more of that, Lucci.
Yeah, no, he really didn't. He was out of there. So then Lucci then, he joins the gaggle of drivers to have taken their pits. At the moment then, Mario is now, so he is now behind Sir Psycho. So he has let Sir Psycho through, but he is probably running ever so slightly quicker than Sir Psycho. Let me just do that and that. There we go. Yeah, probably running slightly quicker at this stage, but Sir Psycho does still have to take his pit stop, so it's an interesting scenario for both drivers to be in. Woodster is in 15th place with the original Civi in 14th. Intrepid in 13th with Gunnar Robb in 12th. Cow Cow in 11th at the moment. Gunnar Robb and an M. Pretoid. That's a cracking little handle, that one. They're battling it right over here. Ooh, tell you what, little mistake there. All the pressure being applied by the Porsche. And it's Gunnar Robb that has the wiggle. I'm telling you that the wiggle himself there, so as not to make contact. So that battle's going to continue on. Chase Monkey as well, though, is about to make a move on Fernchaz, you would feel. Where do we get to? We've got to Gunnar Robb, Cow Cow in 10th. Guido Rubber is in 9th at the moment. And then there's this battle here, 8th, 7th and 6th, Jack Nautilus, Cheese Monkey and Fernchaz. I'll tell you what, that Mercedes, let's jump on board with the Mercedes. That one, nope, that one. There we go, fantastic sounding car, the Mercedes, and he is absolutely sandwiched. Oh no, he's not, because Fernchaz is coming to the pits then. Oh, and I tell you what, so is Jack Nautilus. So Chess Monkey gets himself some clear track, some time to run off into the distance. 11 laps in, 24 minutes to go, and that is a lot of drivers now taking their pits. Oh, Guido Rubber has been in and out the pits, and I didn't even notice. Is he really the lead man on track? Yes, he is. So he is the lead
so
pit
Guido,
driver.
Guido was that early first lap pit stop, John.
Ah, so he was. So
yeah, currently still the quickest man out there, or the lead driver out there. He's completed that pit stop without any dramas. Not pointing any fingers there, Mario. A little problem in the pits today. He's not going to help his race at all. Still well down the field there.
Yeah, yes, that really is going to be. It's yeah, with a 10-week championship, this is week 4, 6 races still to go. So it's going to be an interesting close to the season. Mario's dominance is certainly going to be challenged after his 3 podiums. He's definitely going to struggle. Like I say, I reckon he might get close to, if not inside the top 10, but he's definitely getting nowhere near the podium given the strength of the rest of the field. With the likes of Leon Seeley, Sir Psycho, Albi, Lightning aka proven to be no slouch. Marco Vu is up there at the moment as well, still needs to pit, and so does Ches Monkey, and there's Guido Rubber himself. You've got to fancy him when the pit stops iron out. He's got to be looking good, I reckon, for about a 4th place here, Kane. If not potentially challenging for 3rd, unless I've reading this completely wrong. But yeah, I think timing wise, he is definitely in a race with Albi at the moment here, isn't he?
Remind me who we're talking about, John.
Sorry, Guido Rubber.
Oh, absolutely. That early pit stop would have helped Guido no end. Traffic at the start of the race. Coming got that pit stop. He's had some pretty clear track in front, so as long as he's been putting some pretty consistent laps down, Guido should find himself well in amongst that pack. After all these pit stops wash out for sure.
Yeah, 65% of your lap you lose. When you come in, it's basically a 38 second. It should be 38 seconds. Your pit stop should be. Look at that. He is definitely, or he's just on the bubble really, of being in Albi's pocket when Albi comes out the pits, depending on his timing with Marku as well. So if he keeps the foot down, he's definitely challenging for the podium, but Albie, even with a 4th, I'd imagine he will be very, very, very happy with that result indeed, considering how far down he qualified. Woodster then has come into the pits. Oh, sporting a bit of damage there, so he might be in for a while. In fact, he is in there for a while. Jack Nodless in 15th then when he came out the pits. Mario is the man in 14th, still finds himself geographically behind Sir Psycho in 2nd, but positionally certainly not. Lights up the back tyres. There's a bit of sideways action, really riding those curves in that Lambo. There's a brave driver that tries that. Ferdinand Chaz in the Bentley in 13th, Original Civi in 12th, with Luce currently running in 11th position behind Gunnar Robb in 10th. Intrepid is in 9th with Cow in 8th, and Guido Rubber, the man we're all keeping an eye on in the Audi, he is in 7th, lead man to have pitted. Then it's Ches Monkey in the Mercedes, Marco Vu in the Audi. We've got Lightning AKA having a great race in 4th. Let's see where this one works out for him. In the McLaren. All these guys still to pit, of course. Ches Monkey, Marco, Lightning, and then there's Albie in 3rd in the Mercedes, and Lambo having an absolute flyer with Sir Psycho reeling the leader back in now. So does Leon need to pit? Has he gone through a bit much tyres in that Ferrari? Because the gap now back down to 1.5 seconds here, Kane. So Sir Psycho looks like he might be closing that gap and perhaps trying to apply some pressure.
Yeah, that's all happened in this last lap too, John. It's been 2 seconds, 2.1 seconds, 2.0 seconds to the last 10 or 11 laps actually, so could be a tiny little mistake by Leon there. Lets Sir Psycho back in, and we could actually see this 1.5 second gap now remain the same until these pit stops, and we know who my money is on in this pit stop. We want one driver to come in, get it done quickly and get out. It's going to be that McLaren of Sir Psycho, who is actually drawn even closer on that straight, John. So a little bit of slipstream there behind the Ferrari. Gets that McLaren even closer now on this 15th lap here. 20 minutes still to go. Leon Seeley feeling the pressure now, and Albie, who's made that massive start for 15th position, he's not going to be too far behind as Marco V comes in and takes his pit stop as well, John. So another one to tick off the list of the mandatory pit stops completed.
Yeah, so definitely we're over halfway into the race, and we're well over halfway on the number of drivers that have taken their pits. And you were right, that last lap, Kane, there was Leon did a 147, Sir Psycho did a 145. So yeah, 145.7 was his last lap. It's great being able to see the lap times now. So yeah, definitely made huge advances in that lap, and he is absolutely not letting go. The distance, as you said, was very much the same between these two drivers for a long period of time. And now I tell you what, he's on for the 145.7. That was almost his personal best in the race. Only 2 tenths slower than his personal best. When he smells blood in the water, I'll tell you what, he really knows when to put the foot down.
Yeah,
and there's Leon in the pits.
I was just going to say, John, it wouldn't surprise me if we see Leon come in here. So Psycho did close that gap up an awful amount. So we see the Mario, that blue flag car in the middle of the cars still on track there, followed by, excuse me, Albie, who's made his way up into 2nd now before those pit stops. So we'll see how quickly Leon Seeley can get this thing up, stopped, and back down again, ready to go.
Oh, big battle in the middle of the field as well then. Ches Monkey. Oh, and he's made a mistake. Coming up through Barcelona's attempt at the Nürburgring Schumacher S's. Far more technical than the Schumacher S's. Let's face it, you can just plant it through there. You definitely can't do that on this track, that is for sure. Gunnar Robb then in the Audi has taken himself some places. He's gotten ahead of Luce. Sorry, Ken, on you go.
Short answer to the question we were asking before, John. Guido Rubber's just come into turn 1. Leon Seeley's just exiting turn 2 into turn 3. So very close there. We're going to see when the timing boards update what we have back about 5 or 6 seconds back to Albie. that third position. So
Yeah.
Guido Rubber with that early pit stop is 4.5 seconds behind our effective race leader after
Wow.
pits cleared. So if Guido can hold this time, Albie can get a pit stop that is the same time as Leon Seeley's was, which was very quick. He seemed to have that thing up and down almost as quick as Sir Psycho can get it done. So yeah, these first 3 drivers out on track now are going to have quite the battle when they get their pit stop complete.
Yeah, they really are. Guido pulling an absolute masterstroke with that early pit stop. As we said, oh, there it is. There it is, there it is, there it is. Albie's in the pit, Albie's in the pit, Albie's in the pit. There we go. Just a bit excited, just a bit excited. What's going to happen, what's going to happen? We don't know, we don't know, we don't know. But there's a battle going on here as well. Let's see if we can get a slightly better camera angle on this. To do that, we'll have to hit drive, push triangle, boom. Up in the air we go.
Oh, please don't have a squirrel now.
Definitely not. Definitely
It's
not.
not time for squirrel.
Definitely not a time for squirrel, though. I'm watching the timer to see. Yeah, he should be coming out the pits in about 20 seconds. We'll see if there's
Albie's
any moves.
down and out, John.
Is he?
Got that car stopped. And he's at turn 1. So
He's ahead of Leon.
not as close as ahead of Leon. So
Albie's in the lead of the race. Albie's in the lead of the race. Albie's in the lead of the race. I'm telling you, Albie is in the lead of the race. He's just pulled over and let Leon past.
there's some team orders in the background. I smell there, John.
Yeah,
that
what's...
reeks.
Yeah, what was that? There's cold out lap tyres and then there's... Yeah, what's going on there? Albie had the lead of the race. He's just folded. Somebody tell me what's going on. Somebody
Get Simon in the chat, John.
Yeah, where
Get
is Simon?
Simon in here right now.
Yeah, where is
If he's not too busy directing these drivers, get him in the chat.
Seriously.
We jest, of course.
Yeah, indeed.
Massive
indeed.
news, but yeah, Albie's definitely just let Leon Seeley go, and might not have been the wisest of moves, because Guido's got those fresh tyres. Not fresh tyres. He's got those warm tyres. They're not going to be worn. They're going to be warm. And yeah, he could have his hands full here, Albie. So
Yeah, he really could. He really could. And I tell you what, somebody else has got his hands full here. Is that Chess Monkey? No, it's not. So it is. It's Chess Monkey applying the pressure to Luce then. So Luce, who has been on the podium, finding himself under all kinds of pressure in the closing stages. Trepoid. Trepid or something? Yeah, well, let's go for him. Trepid. See, ooh, tell you what, getting very close again then. 2 drivers still to pit. Sir Psycho and Lightning, aka Leon Seeley, is off in the lead. Find a 1.7 second gap now, and I think that's going to be extended. So definitely did look like the right move to let his teammate past. And the Ferrari looking all supreme. But yeah, Albie, man, I mean, he genuinely was in the lead of the race there, Kane. What an absolute drive that must have been. Seriously, I mean, how the fuck did he manage that?
yeah, it was a very, very quick. We might have found a new contender for fastest pit stop, because I watched that thing come in. I blinked and it had stopped and got going again. So Cheese Monkey putting all sorts of pressure on Lucci. Comes in early to defend that corner. Gonna keep his place here at the moment, but Cheese Monkey keeps it. Woof. Hold your breath here in that Mercedes. That is lively. Can attest to that.
Yes, yeah, you've had some fun around here today in the Mercedes as well, haven't you, Ken?
Some call it fun, some call it sliding all over the place, but
Oh, certainly fun to watch.
John and he's watching.
Track limits.
Oh, I've got a drive through penalty, John. 787. Who we got there?
Woodster. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Woodster in the
that's
787 and the Ferrari down at the back of the pack at the moment, so that drive-through certainly will help. Mario up to 13th though, Ken, 14 seconds behind with 12 minutes to go. He's definitely more than a second a lap quicker than original Civvy. and he's going to need to be if he's going to make back another place. Leauge, his closest championship contender, is in 9th at the moment, so that's certainly going to do Mario's championship the world of good, considering he's done at no end of harm with his stop-go penalty. Sir Psycho's still the man in the lead, 16 seconds ahead of Lightning, aka both men in McLarens, both still have to pit. Leon is our on-track leader with his teammate, who is putting an absolutely phenomenal drive. And I tell you what, you've got to think to yourself now, where is Sir Psycho going to come out in all of this? Like, if Albie's pulled that much of a blinder, he's overtaken Leon Seeley, and then he's slowed up to let Leon through, where is Sir Psycho going to come out with the pits, Kane? I mean, what is going on? Where is Sir Psycho going to come out of the pits is basically the question I'm asking you here.
Are you asking me to do all this timing math at 6:15 in the morning, John?
What, you've not already worked it out while I was asking you the question?
I thought you were going to blank me, ask me a question and carry on with some action. I wasn't ready for this one. No, definitely been trying to keep my eye on it. It's going to be one hell of a last 10 minutes, that's for sure. So Psycho's still out on track at the moment, so still very much out on track. I'm watching the wrong car, so
yeah. So Psycho
he's
definitely off and running. Albie is putting all kinds of pressure on Leon. He's now closed up another half a second, so it looks like the outlap time. Definitely the reason he let his teammate through, and he is looking like he's trying to apply some pressure from there. So 17 seconds from Psycho to Lightning. We need to get the time from Lightning to Leon. 23 seconds, 40 seconds. Wow, Sir Psycho's in the lead of the race by 2 seconds. Do you think? I think that sounds about right. What do you reckon, Ken?
sounds like good maths to me.
You're just agreeing with me. No, I'm looking.
It's easier, John. I've learned.
I've learned the hard way.
It's great to be back, folks.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Oh, look at the mirror. Look at that. Tell you, it's an absolute cheat car, that thing. The way the Mercedes rides over those curves, absolutely unfair on all the other cars, that's for sure. How did you not get in the 45? Love, come on. What's cheat about the Ferrari? That's what the real racers drive, my friend. That's what real racers drive.
It has hidden stability control, doesn't it?
Does it? It does not. I meant all high pitched and Michael Jackson there. Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
Does it? We see Woodster avoiding some lap traffic there. Oh, avoiding as the lap traffic. So Psycho race leader still with that pit stop. 6:17. These planes are getting too early.
Is that the Flying Doctors on another mission? On its way to Heathrow. Lots of jokes you like to crack about the... Yeah, but we can't do them, because unfortunately we get into trouble. Isn't that right, Kate? Sir Psycho is the man in the lead of the race on the track at the moment. He does still have to take his pit stop, but with it being 38 seconds in and out the pits on this track, and him being 40 seconds ahead of Leon Seeley, the man who is in the lead of the race on track as in taking his pit stop, it looks like Sir Psycho has pulled an absolute blinder. 8 minutes still to go. Only himself and Lightning, both in McLarens, still to take their pits. So they really are running this as long as possible. And it certainly seems to be doing both of them the world of good at the moment. Lightning, I think, is going to come back out in 5th when he comes back out. So Leon, Albie and Guido are all going to be promoted at least one place when Sir Psycho and Lightning come into the pits. And I think, yeah, so Lightning should come out ahead of Cow as well. But certainly the race win is definitely in Sir Psycho's hands if he can keep this thing flying. There's Lightning then coming into the pit, so one man left to take their pit stop in the McLaren. And it's been good to see, Kane. There's not often drivers instantly hit the ground running when they switch cars, but Sir Psycho, who we all know is a Nissan driver, switched to the McLaren, and he is definitely, I mean, annoyingly almost, paying dividends for him immediately, considering how quick he was already in the Datsun. Then yeah, he's not missed a beat jumping over to the McLaren.
No, we know just from Race IQ alone that Sir Psycho, I can tell you, would have put some good solid hours in this McLaren before making that change, John. So he would have been well and ready, well and truly set to hit the ground running in this McLaren. There's no way he was going to come into a championship and not be competitive. Mario has another drive through, John. So through all the trying to catch up through the rest of the field there, he's hit a few too many track limits, and that's going to cause him another trip to the pit stop.
Yeah, Gunnar Robb there just jumped on board. He's just been overtaken. So there's more action going on in the middle of the pitch. It's Lucci. He's overtaken Lucci then up to 8th, 48. 1 minute 48.
Cheese Monkey's dropped off the back of Lucci there too, John. So a little bit of something going on back there. We did see Cheese Monkey putting Lucci under all sorts of pressure before in that Mercedes. So Psycho's still staying out. 5 minutes left. Forget how long he likes to leave these pit stops.
Yeah, he certainly is. We saw Gunnar Robb there making a bit of a mistake, lighting up the back of the tyres. He did get an overtake done on Lucci and Cheese Monkey, but he's instantly lost those two places straight away. Mario coming in to serve his drive-through. Absolutely a race to forget for the championship leader. He'll be wishing he could write this round off completely, no doubt. But Woodster then, another stop-go penalty. His second penalty for Woodster. This one is a stop-go 30-second, overshoots the corner there, takes the escape road, of course part of the original track formation. Down in 16th, Jack Nautilus then in 15th, with Mario back on track in 14th position. Might you never thought you would hear the day that sentence would be conjugated. Ferencaz in 13th, Original Civi in the Porsche in 12th, Intrepid, another Porsche driver, in 11th. Gunnar Robb then recovering nicely from that little incident, back on track and keeping it nice and smooth. Now he's in 10th, with Cheese Monkey in 9th, Lucci in 8th, Marco Vu up to 7th. After starting in 8th and 7th in the championship, so he'll be very, very happy with that result indeed. Cow in the Ferrari in 6th. Then it's Lightning AKA, I did say. I thought the McLaren driver would come back out in about 5th position. And there we have 5th position. Guido Rubber then is the man promoted to 4th in the Audi. Great drive with the early pit stop strategy. And he is closing up on Albi as well, who again has had an amazing drive up to 3rd place at the moment, and very close to Leon Seeley, the man who was leading the race for such a long period of time. Right from turn 1 led the race until the pit stops of Coars. Came out the pits with Albi just in front. Teammate Albi came out the pits just in front of Leon, pulled over and let Leon back in front, but it does look like Sir Psycho may have done enough. Yeah, coming in the last corner, so it does look like Sir Psycho needs the gap here to be more than 38 seconds, Kane, to be in with a shout. 23 laps in with only 3 minutes left to go. Sir Psycho literally has to pit on this lap. Am I correct in thinking that?
Yeah, he's got to bring it in, get this pit stop cleared, get back out, and hopefully he doesn't have too much battling that he's going to have to do, because he's going to come out on some slightly colder tyres than the rest of this field. So very, very tough. We might get an update. 39 seconds there. Just get an update before he crosses that sector 3 line. So Psycho, what did we say before? A couple of laps back, 40 seconds out in front. He's now got 39 seconds and a tiny bit. So he's going to have to bring this thing in. He probably could bring it in on the next lap. But if it was me, I'd definitely be bringing it in this lap to make sure. And it looks like that is definitely what he's doing. See, I'm not the only one that cuts that line in Barcelona. S1 Racing. That's a long time ago to hold that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my friend. We're watching the battle then. Chess Monkey still getting himself involved. It's he and Luce that are doing the battle at the moment. It looks like he's got it up the inside at turn 3, so they're going to brake heavily before the bridge, but it is going to be the Mercedes that reaches the braking zone first, takes the inside line very briefly. Oh, tell you what, it's a brave man that takes that much curb there. Great exit from them both, and it is the Mercedes then that's got the move done. Chess Monkey up in the lead. Gunnar Robb will be lurking in the background.
Gone. Green, he's got that thing planned. He's going to have to get it up to speed very quickly.
He's in the lead.
I think he's going to have this done.
Wow! Did I not say everyone that pitted early got it wrong because their cycle pitted late? Well, there you go. Their cycle pitted late, he's in the lead of the race. That is incredible. And I'll tell you what as well, Kane, he's absolutely locked out because he's got a back marker between him and his race contender. And I'll tell you what, even at that, Leon has got his hands full. Leon's got teammate Albie behind him. He's got Guido Rubber pushing hard as well. So, yeah, no matter how...
Mercedes of Jack Nautilus there, and must say coming back into this.
Oh, Jack!
It's going to be...
That was a bit silly. I'm going to be honest, that was a bit silly by Jack there. He looked like he left. From what I saw there, it looked like he left Leon space and then closed the door on him then. So that is very unfortunate. That's going to give him a bit of damage. And it now puts Leon in a very compromised position, given that his teammate let him pass when he had cold tyres. You would now think that even with that little bit of damage, drivers of this level, even the slightest damage on your car can really slow you down. Those extra few tenths going round corners. And yeah, that's certainly going to compromise Leon's position. It's certainly put paid, I would say, to any hope he's got of hunting down Sir Psycho, who's 3 seconds in the lead now. And is this going to be him crossing the line to win the race? Or is this going to be the start of the last lap? He's going to 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. So I do believe this is going to be the end of the race, is it?
No, we should.
No!
Wow,
Yes, it is.
Yeah, finish the race. That's it. Wow, so Guido Rubber really unfortunate there, John, because damage to Leon Seeley's car, Albie teammate behind. Guido was going to be putting all sorts of pressure under those two if we got through for another lap, but we see it finish there, John. A little bit of an anticlimax. We both thought we were going to see another lap.
Yeah, I got excited there. Thought we were going to see another lap of that action, and it definitely would have been action all the way. But it is the win for Sir Psycho then. Played that beautifully. Leon in second position. SOP Albie making it to third with Guido Rubber in fourth. Lightning AKA is going to take home fifth position. Cow Cow comes down the last corner to take sixth with Marco V not far behind at all in seventh place. There's Chess Monkey then going to come home in 8th with Lucci and Gunnar Robb very, very close attendance. Gunnar Robb, oh, he was pushing to take that place there, wasn't he? But he catches a bit much of the sausage and curbs on the way through the last chicane, and that paid to his final charge. But top 10 it is for Gunnar Robb. Original Civi 11th, Petroid in 12th. Perhaps two Porsches battling it out then. Coming out of the last corner, it's going to be a drag race, but it is going to be Original Civi, as Intrepid runs a bit wide there, so they are going to be very close calls tonight. But Original Civi 11th, Intrepid in 12th. Ferencaz then battling hard still. Mario still battling for every position that he can. Then coming through the last chicane, Ferencaz makes all kinds of mistakes, cuts the corner in all kinds of ways. Both men slow up hugely, and Ferencaz comes home in 13th with Mario, the championship leader, down in 14th. Jack Nautilus in 15th, and Woodster finishing in 16th position. But let's face it, Kane, that is an all-hail Sir Psycho moment, surely.
Yeah, again, John. Second race of the season, second victory of the season so far for Sir Psycho. It's definitely going to boost his championship points there, especially with the race championship leader, Mario, finishing down in 14th place. Absolutely one to forget for Mario. To Psycho, again, these names so familiar, so fast. It's been great to be back, really.
Yeah, it has. It's been great to be back, especially on a track I know and love so well. Would you look at that? The next session.
Start again, guys.
Start again. Yeah, that didn't work. The servers broke. It failed. That's heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Oh well, we were denied, ladies and gentlemen. We were denied. But no, great opening race. Great opening race. Absolutely can't argue that. It is very, very, very good to be back. Great to be back and have Kane on board. Great to be back broadcasting these guys. We hope you, ladies and gents, enjoyed it at home. Not a bad first race back though, Kane.
Not at all, John. Just trying to mute the 629 overhead. Plenty of action this morning, Friday morning. Yeah, been great to be back. Guys putting on quite the display in the opening race for us. Round 4 for them, of course. Tell me you've got the information up to tell all the people at home where we are next week, John.
Yeah, well, I would have, because last week I actually started the server with the wrong track. But of course, now that you've asked me, I don't know. If I did know, I would say Silverstone. It's Silverstone. We've got Spa the week after. So yes, Silverstone next week, another 45-minute epic outcome, 15 minutes of practice, 15 minutes of qualification, and 45 minutes of on-track action once again. Congratulations to everyone that finished on the podium tonight. Fantastic show. And congratulations to everyone that said hi in the chat. Love you all. Kane and I will be back very soon. We have an ACC server, so we're about to go and challenge one another to see who can get our track stars quick enough. So make sure, quicker than others, so make sure you get tuned in for that. We'll be back with that in about 30 to 45 minutes. To everyone in the ACR League, great racing tonight. It's great to be back. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you to everyone, especially thank you, of course, to the man joining me at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's Kane.
Thank you, John. Yeah, echo those sentiments as well. It's been great to be back. Great to be back on ACR. These guys on console got the new broadcast features we can take advantage of now. So, yeah, going to be bringing plenty more to you guys. And like John said, tune in soon for some track star battles.
Indeed, should be fun, should be fun.
Should be worth a laugh or two.
Oh yes, yes indeed. Well, yes, that's all from us for the moment. I'm off for a stiff coffee, something to eat, and yeah, get ready for this challenge. But we will be back very, very, very soon. Thank you all once again, and good night.